Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World, and welcome to this week's Coming Soon video. For those of you who might not know, every single week I do a Coming Soon video. Normally I release these Mondays because we kind of know by then what's going to be happening this week or in that current week, what we're going to be getting. If there'll be something new, it will be a content update, which we're going to have right now. If we have a patch update, etc., etc. And we actually have the home base status report, which we're going to check out in a second, that right now kind of tells us what's going to be happening. Even though there have been some interesting changes in Fortnite and as a whole in Save the World as well, which we're going to talk about that in a second. So let's go over here to the home base status report, which actually today someone said something very interesting to me. Someone told me, what do I think about our roadmap? And I was like, wait, what? Roadmap? We have a roadmap? And I frantically went to look for it. I didn't find anything, and I was like, hey, there's no roadmap. And they were like, no, the information we have right now, the news. And you know what? I guess you can kind of see this as a roadmap because they are giving us information for everything that's coming in the near future, the next 3 weeks pretty much. Now, I'm hesitant to call it a roadmap because normally for me, roadmaps have been, you know, a little bit more concise information, or a little bit more centered information, in the sense that we know, or the developers are telling us, hey, this is what we're thinking of doing in the near future, you know, not only just the next few weeks, but the next couple of months and changes into the future. Now, yes, I have already started talking about the meta shift and all that. The next video in that series is probably going to be coming out tomorrow, where I do want to continue talking about those changes, the core changes in the game, and how I really feel about them, as well as where I think they're going. And that's actually something I'm going to be asking you guys in this video to do for me. Now, you guys may have seen by in the title, I said something about nerfs. Please let me know. Now, I've had a lot of people lately tell me, oh my gosh, did you see what they changed here? Did you see how they nerfed this? And we all know about the mythic weapon nerfs and stuff like that, but people have been, and they're right, because I did notice that the Pulsar 9000. The Pulsar 9000 has received a considerable nerf too, and also the paper shredder. The paper shredder, out of nowhere, I did notice that I'm not hitting those 850,000 damages over a mil at certain instances. So please help me out, guys. I'm asking you guys right now, do me a favor, and in the comments down below, if you have noticed any weapon that you really enjoyed, yes, even the Zap Zap. Actually, some people were saying that the Zap Zap get a nerf. I don't think it got a nerf. It got a nerf and a buff, kind of. It's weird, but I want to be talking about that very soon in another video. So if you guys can help me out, leave me a comment down below in the comments. Just tell me, hey, I think this weapon got nerfed, and tell me how. Like, for example, you can tell me the Pulsar 9000, it's nowhere near hitting the damage it used to. And sometimes it hits a third of the damage, which is very, very weird. But if you've noticed any other weapons like that that you feel are really, really suffering, and a lot of times it's the critical ones. I mean, it had to happen. They're changing the meta. Okay, I'm not going to get into this one. But anyway, help me out, guys. If you can, down below, just leave me a comment saying, I've noticed this weapon has been nerfed or buffed. Very rarely, but I've noticed this weapon has been nerfed and how it's been nerfed. And in the future video, I promise I will be explaining not only why this is happening, but how the new meta changes are going to balance that out. I believe they're going to balance them out. Now, the problem is that this is something that they do a lot. They change things and don't tell us about it, and then if it's a positive or a negative, we don't really know what's happening until later when something else gets changed. And then it's like, oh, okay, that's why it was done. But in the meantime, it makes a major disbalancing. Either it makes a weapon too powerful, or it minimizes something so badly that you don't use it anymore, and it's bad. But anyway, I promised I would not I wouldn't get into it in this video. We're gonna save that in the future. Just please do me a favor, leave me that comment down below so we can talk about that in the future. Continuing with what's coming soon. So right now, don't forget, we do have a couple of things right now. We have tank, the constructor, which I'm going to be doing a video on him, and the what's it called again? The shark attack launcher. I just call it the Sharknado. I don't know why I'm calling it Sharknado, but the Sharknado and the tank. So I will be talking about them very soon. Don't forget that you can also get the Santa's Little Helper in the shop. Don't forget to get them before Wednesday, because that's what we know is going to be happening. On Wednesday, we will be having an update. Now, I actually, you know what? This is going to be interesting, actually. All right. So also make sure to get that Frost Knight so you can get the pop shot shotgun. I need to do this Frost Knight, actually. I haven't done a single Frost Knight yet this season, but I need to do this one. So what's going to happen this week? Well, this week we're going to get the 11.31 content update number 2. Yes, that's a big mouthful right there. So we're going to get Monks. Monks is she going to be? Yeah, she's going to be a ninja. So I'm guessing that's probably Sarah in there, maybe? I don't know. Not your standard stock-based toy. Standard perk, monkeying around. Kunai Storm throws 6 banana peels that last for 8 seconds and knock down and stun enemies for 2.3 seconds. Let me repeat this. Kunai Storm throws 6 banana peels that last for 8 seconds and knock down and stun enemies for 2.3 seconds. The commander one drops 15 banana peels that last for 8 seconds. Same amount of stun, but dealing 12 base damage. This right here, guys. 15 banana peels that last for 8 seconds and knock down and stun enemies. This is going to be huge. Remember how I just talked about how they change something and don't really tell us what's happening, or they just alter something, and then after something comes along when you're like, oh, that's why they're doing it. Right here, guys. If this new ability of banana peels, which I'm guessing are just going to lay on the floor, and a husk comes blah, 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 walking around and walks over them and slips on them, gets knocked down. Is this going to also be a skill or a perk, I guess, that is going to affect rampaging smashers? Is it going to make propane tankers drop their propane tanks? This is what I've been talking about, guys. This is what I've been talking about. Things like this, when they do changes like this, when they alter things like this, but they don't tell us that something is happening, and then they bring around some of this. This is also why my recent must-have video, I said just get everything you possibly can. Get every hero you can, get every weapon you can in the shop, in quest, and everything. Just try and get everything, because you never know when in the future they're going to change something that is going to make things very interesting. I have voiced many times that I do not like Kunai Barrage, because I didn't like the damage it did, almost no damage, and I really didn't like some of the mechanics around it. I've recently changed my mind. I've started to change my mind. We have a lot of different Kunai heroes now. You can arrange them in some very interesting loadouts, and this one right here, guys, is going to make things incredibly interesting in the game. I'm saying this right now. Just wait. As soon as this hero comes out, I am picking it up right away, because I believe this is going to be a completely new meta that's going to happen in the game. This, I'm telling you right now, if that perk, even the support or the commander, if that perk stops or stuns or knocks down rampaging smashers or smashers in general, if it makes propaners lose their propane tanks, shielders, the riot huskies, you know, the fridge guys, if it makes them fall, of course it's going to knock them down. If it knocks them down and makes it so you can attack them then when they're down and their shield isn't in front, huge, guys. This is going to be, I'm calling it right now, if it does that, this little lady right here, this hero right here, is going to be the must-have of this week, because you're gonna want to put them in every single one of your loadouts. Well, I guess any of the kunai. I mean, kunai. Well, like I said, we have so many different kunai heroes now that we're gonna be able to make many different setups. And again, remember, another change has happened that we haven't really talked that much about. The recent changes to the increase in damage in abilities, guys. Ability damage now is the future video coming talking about ability damage. Just wait, guys. It's gonna be, it's crazy. It's crazy the way that the game is going. And I know that so many people are saying, oh, but the game's not worth playing anymore because now we can't use traps and everything. you kind of don't need to. The way the game is going, you kind of don't need traps anymore, guys. Well, you still need them for a lot of things, you know, like thinning herds and everything like that. But I gotta tell you guys, the way we're going with the game, abilities and ability damage and all that, it's what it's got. It's gonna be all about that, guys. Really quick, if you haven't used what's his name, Jonesy, the Gargoyle Jonesy, if you haven't used him, maybe kind of take a look at him again, because if you build his loadout a certain way, it's kind of, it's, let me just say this, it's beyond overpowered. It is ridiculous what you can do with him now. Just telling you, if you want to try it out, there's a certain setup you can use with that. We've got the Coco 45 coming back, the hottest of silenced pistols returning. These projectiles are off the wall. Literally, they bounce around. It will be available in the weekly store starting January 1st, hey, Wednesday. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm thinking monks will be here maybe tomorrow morning, or maybe not till Wednesday in the reset, or Wednesday morning. New Wave Holiday Frost Night Challenge. The horde is getting restless and the waves keep coming. Eliminate them all to advance, but be warned, there's nowhere to hide. I read that bad a couple times. Complete this challenge and we may be able to impress the Ice King so much he'll want to join home base himself. I need to get these done. I really should start doing some more of the Frost Night challenges. Ice King Constructor for the finest in building. Frozen Castle is really fun, guys. I use it in my jail builds all the time, as well as we've tried different setups where you can actually go with, if you're doing jail builds just to have fun with people, or different builds that we've been doing, because we've been doing jail builds in everything. If you go in with multiple people using him, and you've got multiple bases, especially around the big ones, like Deliver the Bomb or the shelter ones, if you've got 4 constructors doing this at the same time, you can do some really interesting freezing. You can freeze for a very long time. Yeah, it's kind of fun what you can do. But anyway, so there we go, and that's it, because the next one is going to be the 11.31 content update number 3, which we'll be talking about that next week. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. That's what's coming soon this week. That's what's coming soon this week. Also, like I said, keep an eye out, guys. I will be talking about the continuing changes in Save the World in the meta. I have a couple more videos planned for that. If you guys can help me out by leaving those comments down below about weapons or heroes that you changed have radically changed, and they haven't really told us. All those nerfs that have been happening kind of secretly. There's been a lot of nerfs that have been happening, guys. A couple of buffs, like I said, but mostly nerfs. Or if you've noticed a hero whose ability is just ridiculous now because of the changes in the abilities, I'm going to be explaining that. Also, I'll be explaining the heroes and their abilities too. You know, like what it means that they have an ability number now. I'll be explaining that, and also, like I said, just keep an eye out, guys, because I'll be talking a lot about monks. I'm telling you right now, you guys know that I have in the past said over and over and over again, I don't care about the kunai heroes. I don't like it. I don't want them. More because of the ability. The ability itself had really no damage or no little really oomph behind it. That is changing. Okay, trust me, guys, that is majorly changing. Just wait and see. As soon as Monks comes out, I'm going to be working on multiple different setups, because it's going to be the thing. And I know everyone right now is using Link's Cassandra. I get it. Link's Cassandra is awesome because, you know, you jump up, you do the ability thing, you're floating, you do the extra damage. I get it. And yes, for in general ability or in general damage, she's probably going to be, there's going to be a build that I'm going to build around her, because it's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be really crazy the amount of damage we're going to be able to do with these heroes. And Monks right here is the one that's going to convince me, if it works the way I think it's going to work, the ability or the perk, it's going to be the one that's going to kind of make me go in that direction again, and give them a chance. I'm going to give the kunai heroes, the ninjas, a chance again, because I think there's going to be a lot of potential there. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Thank you very much for supporting me. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much for using my creator code, #EpicPartner. You guys know that if you use code DUJ2 in the shop, it helps me out tremendously, guys. I do get money from those purchases from Epic. It doesn't cost you guys anything, and it helps me out so much, guys. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I'll see you guys next time. It's getting crazy, guys. I'm personally excited for the game. I know that a lot of people think the game is getting ruined, and I know that the people think that the game is going off the deep end. But this weekend, I was able to play a lot again, and I gotta tell you guys, I went down a rabbit hole of testing things out, and I am amazed at where this game is going. And for someone like me who hasn't been a huge trap kind of builder, you know, and trap tunnels and all that, it's fun, and that's the key, guys. This game is a lot of fun for me, and I think it's going to continue being fun, maybe even more. Thanks a lot, guys. See ya.